What's up, guys? This is Crazy Awesome. Today we have a really good one for you today. Today we are going to be reacting to the brand new Allison Hagendorf interview, with someone actually already recommended this to me. So thank you so much for the recommendation. And yeah, if you guys are enjoying the warning content, then subscribe for more. I'm gonna keep on doing like more and more warning content. So yeah, if you guys are with the flow of the video and enjoying, yeah, just subscribe for more. And thank you all so much for all the views, all the comments, and comment down below. Just if you're new here, especially like if you're a first-time watcher, then just comment down below so I can know, so I can respond to you. Thank you all so much. And without any further ado, yeah, let's just get into this interview. I'm really excited.
They always comment on Ale. You know, like I was gonna say it's the elephant in the room. I call it the Alephant in the room. But they always
Alephant in the room.
Speak. I don't know what they're talking about.
I know. I'm comfortable. What can I say?
I feel like, oh.
Yeah, but it really is what it is. When I'm comfortable, like, I just, like, my ability to not speak, like, goes away. And I just, like, you know, speak.
Aww.
That really warms my heart.
That's so cool.
Good. Yes. Take that, fans.
I'm Allison Hagendorf. America, this is the next. Hello, Times Square.
So excited.
Welcome to X Games Aspen. I'm Allison Hagendorf. I'm the live announcer of the VMAs.
So excited for this interview.
Yeah, this is Allison Hagendorf.
Hello, my fellow
Hagendorf,
music
okay.
lovers, and welcome to the Allison Hagendorf Show.
That's how you say her name. Hagendorf, I think. I'm gonna get
Hello,
that
my
right.
fellow music lovers, and welcome to the Allison Hagendorf Show. This is where we celebrate the universal love of music and the rock and roll spirit that
Is that Dave Grohl? Is that a Dave Grohl pillow? I'm sorry.
lives in each of us.
I think
I'm
it is.
So
I don't
glad
know.
You're here. We are coming to you from DWP Studios in Los Angeles, and I want to give a shout out to our presenting sponsor, Cloudwater. They help make this show possible along with you. Your support means the world to me. Thank you. My guest today is the trailblazing band, The Warning. One of the very special elements of this band is that the three members are sisters. Being one of three sisters myself, I felt an instant kindred connection with these girls. I think having two strong older sisters as role models really put me on a certain path. I always felt close with women and wanted to support them, and never viewed someone as competition because of their gender. That just never made sense to me. I always felt like I could do anything because I watched my two sisters set out to accomplish so much. To this day, my sisters are my best friends. They continue to be a sounding board, a cheering section, and a safe space for me. Now, I know how special that is, and not everyone has that, but maybe you might feel inspired after today's episode to reach out to someone in your family you haven't talked to in a while, just to let them know you were thinking of them. You know what? Life is short, and everyone can use a little love, and I feel like I should be wearing a cardigan sweater right now for my Mr. Rogers moment, but I mean every single word of it. Okay. Coming up after the short break, we have The Warning right here in studio. Stay tuned.
Awesome.
One thing about me is that I work hard and play hard, and this functionally fun box from Cloudwater helps me do that. These are my people. Listen to what it says inside. The world would be a better place if fun people lived forever.
Sure.
Yes, I subscribe to this. I feel seen. Inside, we have organic caffeine, we have daily defense, immunity, and CBD, which I imbibe every single afternoon. I think you'll enjoy this. Go to cloudwaterbrands.com, use my code Allison30 for 30% off, and let me know what you think. Cheers. As you know, I care so much about the music community, and I wanted to share a way for artists and content creators to get your videos seen by more people. Advertising.me is one of the leading digital marketing boutique companies. They promoted over 50,000 songs, artists, and creators, and they specialize in YouTube promotions. With algorithms always changing, they are in direct contact with YouTube teams to get ahead of the ever-evolving landscape. They use targeted advertising, curated playlists, and other YouTube strategies to connect your music and content with the right audience based on a deep understanding of your fans. No bots, only real views, fans, engagement, and subscribers.
Nice.
For all artists, any budget, you can unlock YouTube starting at just $100. Go to advertising.me and use my code Allison20 for 20% off your first campaign. My guests today are three incredibly inspiring women, three sisters from Monterrey, Mexico, who have been realizing their dreams since they were little girls, paving their own path. They've toured with Muse, performed alongside Foo Fighters and Guns N' Roses, just wrapped a sold-out headline tour in Europe with Japan and North America next. They performed at the MTV VMAs last year, igniting a new excitement for rock, and have their new album, Keep Me Fed, out this week. Danny Powell and Ale.
Really excited.
Back to the show.
Thank you.
I actually haven't had a repeat guest before, but I saw you guys were going to be in LA. I'm like, it's a must.
Oh
it's
my
a must.
Wow.
What an honor.
Ooh, wow,
We
the
should have you
first.
guys back. We
First
had the
repeat
best
guest.
time last time.
Yes.
did.
So much fun, and we're very excited about this again. Yes.
Well, I have to tell you, because I had heard prior to our meeting that the Warning fans are the most committed fans. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah, they're
cool.
so committed.
And then we met, and I saw you live. I'm like,
They
they
are.
really are. But now that I've put out over 50 episodes, I can say that the Warning fans. So I've connected with so many of your fans from putting out the episode last year, and we have stayed in touch because I was so
Wow.
flattered because they watch all of your interviews,
Yeah.
and they really loved our interview, and it really warmed my heart. So like they actually requested it, so I'm like, this is for you, Warning
Oh,
fans.
all right.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Thank you, the warning. I mean,
Yes.
no, I feel like, of course, it shows that we were super comfortable and we had so much
Yeah.
fun that show.
And
So
they
like,
can
I
usually
get where they
tell
saw
that.
that. Yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome. I mean, it's because of you, but like, what do you think it is that's so special about your unique connection with your fans?
Mhm.
It really is something special and unique to you guys.
Well, we love connecting with our fans. It's one of the most important things about our job, we feel. And music, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, is about that, you know, creating that community. We love
It
that.
is, yeah.
They all are friends with each other. Like, when we started our Patreon page, I feel like that's where we kind of like started connecting a little bit more. And they all became friends with each other, even if they were like on the other side of the world.
Yes.
So we love to see that, and they tell us about their connections and how our music brought all of them together, and it's all been wonderful. We just came back from touring Europe, our first headlining
It's
show.
amazing. Oh God,
Wow.
Yeah,
so
people
great.
traveled to
Yeah.
Europe and they rented like a tour bus so
Yeah.
they could tour
Yeah.
like
They would tour
my
like
we
God.
all
us.
travel together.
And we were just
And they would
like,
travel
ding, ding,
together.
ding, ding.
And it was really funny because like in the meeting greets they were like, now we know why you are so tired and we're not even playing the show. So we're like, yeah, this is living in a
This is
bus.
touring.
Oh my God.
Like, yeah.
And that's true. Like they're friends with each other. Like there's a
Yeah.
love fest amongst
Yeah.
the comments
Yeah.
about
Mhm.
you guys, and they're all connecting. And I like still connect with all of them, so I know. There was only one other artist we had on the show that had something similar, and that was Damiano David of Måneskin.
Oh, yeah.
And
Mhm.
they have such loyal fans, and it makes me so excited with this next generation of rock bands, you know,
for
with
sure.
Oh, yeah.
Måneskin, The Warning. I really do feel like we're in this exciting new era of rock for a
Mhm.
whole new generation. Are you friends with Måneskin at all? Have you connected with them?
We haven't connected,
We were
but I
together
feel like
at
I'm
the
one of those
VMAs.
loyal fans.
Like there were a lot of rock
Yeah.
there weren't a lot of rock bands at the VMAs and they were one of them and we
Yes.
were one of them. There was also like Fall Out Boy was also there. I
Yes.
think Demi was also there. But like I don't know if they know we exist, but of course we know they exist.
Mhm.
I'm a
And
fan.
we're fans. Like they're
Yes.
great. And it's really exciting to be participating in this new wave of rock music because I feel like there's a really
yeah.
big fandom aspect of it. Like there are fans, like stans, that are
Yes.
following these new bands, including us. And it's really strange to see it in like the rock genre, but it still has like precedent, like because the rock fan base is always like just such a big family.
Yes.
So loyal.
And I
True.
feel like when younger people start exploring these communities, they find that it is such a safe space for them to
Yeah.
like find people and enjoy music together. And we're glad that we can offer that with our music. It's
For
amazing.
sure.
It's a beautiful
Especially
thing.
with young people, because rock has been sort of like the underdog genre, you know, in recent times. So I'm personally grateful for what you're doing.
Oh.
But I really do feel like there's like this shift happening now.
Yeah.
And
Dude, yeah, rock being the underdog genre is a perfect way to describe it. And I really hope that I think if there's anyone that could kind of bring us out of, because there's like a whole lot of like pop and hip hop and, you know, uber generic country kind of going around, and yeah, and there's lots of good stuff. Trust me, there's lots of good music that's being made right now. But the thing is, it's just difficult. It's difficult to just. I feel like the good stuff. It's like diamonds. It's like mining, for diamonds. You know, you have to pull it out like from underneath the earth. Like you have to search beneath the surface to find it, and that's why so many people complain about today's music. Is because that they only see what's on the surface and they don't go digging. But if you go digging, there's a lot of amazing music that's being made today. But I feel like back in the day, you didn't really have to dig that much to find, all these really intricate, really awesome. And I mean, there's some cool popular bands as well, but I'm talking about like just the really, really good stuff. You have to go digging for. You have to really try to find it and uncover it from underneath. And if there's anyone that I feel like can bring like that amazing style and that amazing sound like back to kind of like the mainstream, I feel like it has to be like the Warning have to be in the conversation when it comes to bands that can kind of bring back that sense of urgency that I feel like music has been missing for a very long time. Like, just bring it back to the mainstream, just bring it back, just popularity, just more and more popularity. I feel like the Warning is one of your best bets you can probably make, because if you just look at all their fans and what they're doing. So I just wanted to say that.
And you feel it too?
I believe in them.
I feel like more than anything, there's a need for that energy. Maybe unconsciously, but I feel like people want to just kind of like
they're gravitating
let out.
towards it.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
So much has happened since we've last. I mean, I feel like the last time we were here, we really did a deep dive about the history.
Yep.
You've been playing since you were children. I mean, this has been Ollie's entire life. You
Yes.
know, you've been a band for over 10 years, but so much has happened since we hung out, like a year ago. And I've been watching. I stay on top of everything. And we mentioned, MTV before, but you just got another great update about MTV. What's happening this year?
Woo!
Ooh.
Okay. So yes, MTV. We're super excited because we are MTV Push Artists this year.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Nice.
So excited. So happy.
So cool,
The
man.
shoot was amazing as well. We were like really in it, and we're so.
It's insane. Like, it's one of those moments. We were on tour when they told us this, and they just sent us like this presentation with like what the campaign involves and like spreadsheets and stuff like that. I started crying when I read like everything, because it was like, what the hell is going on? Like, we're at a point in our careers where things are just happening, and we have very little time to process everything.
Oh yeah.
But you see it on a page, and you're like, oh my God. Like, we've been working our whole lives for this.
Yeah.
And like, it's starting to happen, and you see the fruits of your labor. And not only like our labor, but like our whole team. It was just a very big like celebration moment.
And MTV is so iconic. We're so happy that they thought of us. We're super honored to be.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And this whole week is very special because tonight you'll be playing a special show at an iconic venue at the Sunset Strip.
Yes,
the whiskey.
Yes. I will be there like hanging from the rafters. I will.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't know what
I don't know how many times
Times
we
we
played the
played the
whiskey.
whiskey. Yeah,
we played
'cause
it a few times.
Mm-hmm.
3-4 times. I
Ooh.
think. Is this gonna be our 5th time playing?
No.
I think it's the 5th. I think it's gonna be the 5th.
Wow.
I know.
But it is so crazy to think of like the past times that we've played the whiskey and how different the situation is now.
Right.
For
Like,
sure.
this is like a kind of like a private industry show. We're playing songs from our new album Keep Me Fed that we haven't played before, and just like it's the start of something new in a place where like I feel like it was.
Where
I don't
we
know if
have-
it was our first gig in the U.S., but it was one of our first.
It was
gigs.
one of the first
At
gigs.
the whiskey?
Yes.
Oh, that's iconic.
Yeah.
So
And we
crazy.
had like a
It's
30 minute
nostalgic.
set. We had to get out of there after
we were like the
played,
first of like 5
'cause
bands.
We're all
Yeah.
underage. It was like
And this will feel very different.
Very
Yeah.
Especially when it's followed by Tomorrow.
exactly.
Which is another. I'm just like this is your life, ladies. Like, let's talk about tomorrow. What we
Okay.
have coming up.
So exciting.
Tomorrow, we are gonna be the guest musicians on Jimmy Kimmel.
I have to give you another round of applause because these are major milestones.
I can't believe I
Huge.
just said that out loud.
Huge.
Like,
Yeah.
a sentence in and of itself.
It's
just
been very
like,
under wraps.
Yeah.
And I'm still like nervous about it. I know it's tomorrow, but it's still like it's happening.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
oh my God.
To have those opportunities, and again, like our album is coming out on Friday.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's just like the perfect release for everything.
Busy
And
week.
flying.
Super busy
Everything's
week.
just the stars are aligning, and we're just kind of like going with it. But it's really crazy to be
But
living
it's
this.
because that's what luck is. It's your preparation combined with opportunity. That's what luck is.
Yes.
And you guys have created your own luck since birth.
Yeah.
Since birth, you know? So all of the incessant hard work that you've been doing every day of your lives together is why you're having these opportunities. You know, I mean, you made them happen for yourselves. And that's what's really the most inspiring. And while doing it, being beautiful people. You know, and I love that about you. That's why I just selfishly wanted to hang out again.
I love that too.
And I want to talk about the new music in a second, but I also can't wait. You mentioned hearing the new songs live. You know, I can't wait. And this summer is going to be amazing. You're going to be doing in the fall. You're going to be doing a bunch of the Danny Wimmer Presents festivals, Stars in Life and Aftershock, and those are like so much fun.
Yes, they are. We're so happy to be back there.
And the last time we spoke, you know, we talked about what it's like being, you know, the warning at the, not these in particular, but festivals in general. And I guarantee now when you play the festivals, it feels a little bit different, right?
Oh my God.
Oh, it must. Yeah.
We've been noticing a change with so many things. And the steps that we're taking, like the venues that we're playing, like some of the the people that we're talking to and stuff like that, and you see a change in how people perceive you.
Yes.
And I don't know how we're how that's going to translate into festival crowds.
Ooh.
That is kind of
Now I'm thinking about
nerve-wracking,
it.
low key.
Because in the beginning it was like, oh, it's three sisters, so cute.
let's
Like
see
how
what
cute.
they can do.
Let's see if they can play.
Yeah.
For
You
sure.
know? But now it's like a whole other day because you've proven yourself again and again and again. Not that you have to, but like you showed these people.
Thank you.
That not only do you deserve to be there, they're lucky that you're there.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
That is awesome. Aw.
Wow.
Thank you. No, we're super excited to be back there for sure.
Let's dive into the new music because I haven't said one word to you about it because I want to just talk about it because you know how I am. I have listened to Keep Me Fed a million times already. I have favorite songs. I have favorite moments. I know every single song.
That's awesome.
What I love about this album, and actually when I saw you guys play LA last year, you played a song, you played More live, and it wasn't even out yet.
I love More.
And I remember in that moment being like, oh, this is like a whole new thing. This is a different direction. This is an evolved direction. I was like, I hope they kind of continue in this direction. Alternative elements, just so many more textures and you know, sonically, it's just, this album's really evolved, you know? Was that sort of intentional, kind of going to this like alternative, sort of more broad approach? Like how did this whole tell me about the energy in the making of this album.
Right. I feel like more than the other albums, we focused a lot on what the live music was gonna be like. And I feel that kind of like pushed us a lot into like experimenting and putting everything like, we want people to feel this way when we like experience the live shows as well. I mean, of course, where each song took us, we went with it. You know, we didn't want to do anything that wasn't, you know, good for the song.
Right.
But you're right. We did like challenge ourselves and experimented sonically in ways that we hadn't thought before.
I feel like we pushed ourselves out of the box that we were in. We've been writing music for like 8 years, and we've been growing as people in those 8 years. But also, I feel like we've been we found ourselves in situations where we were still finding ourselves like sonically. And I feel like with our last album Error, we found what we like were for sure. Like this is it. So after that, it's like, what are we gonna be next? Like how are we gonna grow from that? And I feel like that was what this album was, the process of pushing each other and exploring more things, writing with other people, finding other perspectives, finding different sounds in which to take our sound in. And
definitely a little time capsule of the era.
For sure.
And I love that you worked with Anton DeLost, who I love. So his work, so Highly Suspect and Cleopatra and Dead Poet Society are three bands in particular that I have like supported from day one. Like, I love that band. When I heard you guys were working with him, I was like, yes. And I love it. And with Dan Lancaster as well, who's worked with Bring Me the Horizon and Muse. What was it like working with them? It feels like it was a perfect fit.
That must be incredible.
It was magical. Serendipitous, honestly.
So we first worked with Anton for the song Sick. We actually we finished touring and we were so tired. It was like the last day we had in the US, and we had a songwriting session. And we went up to this Airbnb he was staying at, and he wasn't answering the door. and he was not answering his phone, and we were like, you know what, we're so tired. If he doesn't answer in like the next 5 minutes, like we're gonna leave you, like we're done. We were so tired. And he answered the door, and we wrote Sick, and it was just instant chemistry.
Wow.
And it was just such an amazing songwriting session, and
I just want to say that it's really amazing to see like how much less like Ale is nervous like when she's talking. Like I guess I've seen them as kids, you know, so much like on this channel, and just, you know, watching this interview now and seeing her speak in like such a more like refined and confident and just really upholding herself like really, really nicely, because she's always seemed, to me personally, she's seemed the shyest out of the three, and she's always seemed the most kind of reserved, you know, kind of laid back, a little quiet. But it's really nice to kind of see her like slowly come out of her shell and kind of open up a little more, because to me personally, she seemed like the most apprehensive out of all the three of them. But it's just so nice to see them like all, you know, just older and, you know, just kind of more talkative and more easily expressive. I love that. It's really great.
And it was just such an amazing songwriting session, and we're so glad that we actually stayed, because none of this would have happened. But
you're giving me such bad rep about not answering the door, but I didn't live there.
Yeah,
You
did.
I thought you were gonna say we were so tired, so we broke in and went to sleep in the Airbnb.
No.
This is actually a better story that it worked out.
Yeah.
Sick. One of the sickest sides.
Yeah. But that's how we met Anton, and after that, we wrote more with him, and we needed to find a producer, and we were like, we worked so well with Anton. We were like, we want him to produce this whole record, and it turned out amazing. And as for Dan, we met him in the Muse tour that we had, and when we toured.
Nice.
And the last show in Mexico City, we were hanging out, and he was like, oh, like, let's write together. And we're like, oh, okay. No, he was like, no, but let's write together.
Yeah, because people usually say it, and they're like,
Right.
Oh, we should write together.
He was like, no, let's write together. And so we had like a 2-week trip to LA to like write,
Which is when we
saw it. Yes.
Yeah.
And we wrote with Dan, like the last songwriting session, it was with Dan and with Curtis Peoples, and we had no more ideas, but we wrote Hell You Call a Dream with him, and
that's the song that came out
the
of
song
that
that came out of that
Really
writing
good
session.
one.
And it was just so amazing.
It's kind of nostalgic for me because that was like the first time I reacted to the Warning Hell You Call a Dream that I did on my channel, and I was blown away by like how amazing they were live. I am like still blown away, even just thinking about it. I was like, wow, this is so cool, man. Like so much energy just put into it, like really cool.
Yes, that's the song that came out of
that writing session, and it was just so amazing working with him. And he wanted to write again, so then like at the end of like last year in November,
we were coming back from South America.
Yes.
That was hectic. We were coming back from South America, and Dan came to Monterrey with Anton, and we wrote 2 more songs, which were
Automatic
6 Feet Deep and Automatic
Yes.
Sun. Yep, and that's
Automatic. That's
and
another
the
really good one.
duo was insane.
they're quite a
That,
combo.
like
worked
Anton
so
and Dan
perfectly.
together.
We were
they're
kind
like,
of nervous because we were like, this is either gonna go extremely well or just not work at all, and it worked extremely well. Like
It was amazing.
so amazingly
They're
together,
great.
and it was just such a great team.
And also talking about the natural evolution, challenging yourself. Error, you wrote, was like your pandemic album. You had all the time in the world to sit in one spot and focus and overthink things and just get it out. This, you were already the Warning on the rise. So you like were in between. It was probably a much more chaotic
Very
experience. You were
chaotic.
like touring and working when you can, then writing here.
It was a total
was
opposite
insane.
for sure. And I feel like you can feel that in the music. It's like everything is so chaotic and everywhere all at once. And that's how we felt. But it pushes you to work in a different way, I feel. And it just it was what it needed to be, you know, at that moment.
And I feel like, again, like in the pandemic, we had so much time to go back to the songs, fix every single little detail, be happy with it. And here, we were writing the song one day, and we had to be extremely in love with the song that very day. Because we knew that we didn't have the the luxury of going back to it and start fixing things along the way. It was like, we're going to record it in a week, and that's how it's going to be for the rest of our lives, period. So we like really pushed
Wow.
ourselves to be not also like not only like between us but with the other songwriters to have the like the confidence to say like, hey, I don't like this and we need to like
on.
it
Yeah.
because we're gonna
Yeah.
have to move on and the song is gonna come out like that. So we need to really
And
all
did
be
you
on
feel
the
that
same
way with
page.
Anton and Dan, that you could like be honest with them?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
And I mean, it was still something that we're shy, even
We
though we don't look like
are.
it. But it's kind of uncomfortable sometimes when you don't know the people
Right.
and you've met them that day and you have to write a song that day and be like,
It is.
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of
this.
don't
Yeah.
like what you're proposing.
It's an intense first date.
Yeah.
It's tough,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
It really is.
And
Yeah.
we're so not used to that because since we're sisters, we've always had that upfront honesty and everything. So our songwriting process was super like, no, let's move on. Let's just, and we're used to that, you
And
know?
also like we were maybe like we had our opinions, but we needed to be very clear about what we wanted for the album.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like maybe we didn't like this idea, but maybe this idea was gonna bring us into something else that we wanted for the album.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really about exploring every single little thing that we could, time permitting.
Yeah.
Which now that I say it out loud, it's really crazy. I don't know
Hectic.
how it happened,
Yeah.
but it did. Like it
I'm
worked
glad
out.
it did. It worked
I'm
out.
so glad it did. I love this album, ladies, and
Thank you.
I know every song. And you've already put out a handful of songs, and I love them. And with each one, I'm like, yes. But now that I've sat with the album as a body of work,
Oh yeah.
there's two songs in particular that I love.
Yeah.
And I want let me know if I should react to that entire album. I want to react to all their albums one day. Maybe like from front to back. But yeah, just comment down below if I should react to like all their albums and especially the new album. So yeah, let me know.
that I would like to bring up, and they're not out yet.
Okay,
Oh.
that's exciting.
Apologize.
Apologize.
I don't know why. I knew you were gonna say that.
You really?
Yeah. Like I feel it's gonna
People-
be
You're
apologize.
So much dynamic in that song, and it's like unexpected. And the fact that you have like an acoustic like pre-chorus, and then it like comes with like apologize,
Yeah.
and then you have the unexpected outro with the
Oh.
piano.
Yes.
And that song, I was like, this just shows how
getting super excited for
multidimensional
this.
the Warning are. And then it also kind of made me want to hear more of like maybe acoustic and piano at points. I was kind of like, this is
Yeah.
interesting. Maybe in the future it could be another evolution. Just because I like love the dynamics of that.
Yeah.
To go
Oh, yeah.
back down.
What inspired that song?
Oh my God. Apologize is probably the oldest song on the record. That pre-chorus, I wrote it when I think I was 14 or 15.
Oh,
Like
Wow.
it's from like 2016.
That's
like it's
unbelievable.
really old.
Oh.
And I had
It's
just
an oldie but goodie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I had that little part, and then I wrote some verses for the song. I had it on the piano. That's why it ends on the piano.
Yes.
Because it was. I feel like it's the only song out of the album that
That
was
was
like it's one
super-
of those that had that process, like artistical.
Yes.
It's like the
process.
most untouched.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
the most
like-
warning song.
Yes.
Yeah.
It started out on
On
the
the
piano.
album.
I had certain things, and I brought them to the table, and we finished them all together. Then we brought Anton in, but it was also really crazy because we had all of that, but it was a mess. It was a mess of a
was a
song.
mess.
We were about to abandon it. We were like, it's just not working out. We didn't have a chorus. It
Ooh.
would go directly into a
Yeah.
different riff, which I wrote. That was really bad.
Yeah, like we
I
were in the
love-
studio.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
Danny's like, yes, it was
it,
really
it was
bad.
bad.
That's hilarious.
I wrote it on the
I love
piano.
that
I'm
about
sorry
you, though.
about that. But then, like, we brought it to Anton, and he just like brought new life to it in such
Oh,
a
I'm so
magical
glad.
way.
It's
We
so
wrote the
magical.
chorus literally, I think, in like 2 minutes
Yeah.
max. Like,
Wow.
we had the
Like-
like we just started humming a melody. We wrote some lyrics, and we recorded it, and it just stayed
It
there.
just worked.
Ah.
I
And
feel
it
like
worked
that's
perfectly.
such a like an awesome thing about a producer. You know, like they push you to think outside the box. Like that
Yeah.
riff in the chorus that we did not
Yeah.
have is played with a slide.
Yes.
To get
yes,
all that,
slide.
and I was just like, I had never even thought about that before because I don't know how to use one, and I had to learn to to actually record that and play this live. But it's those type of things that kind of like push you to be more creative, think outside the box, and it's exciting for us as well to do stuff that we've never done before.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, ooh,
That's amazing.
go.
You had to learn and play the slide. It's so
yeah.
great. And then I also really love escapism.
Okay, that is
Okay.
also like a huge underdog. I've showed it to a few
Yeah.
of my friends, and they're
Yeah.
also like, "Escapism is so cool."
Because I love the songs you put out. I love them. I don't want to talk more about them, but like those were just two like that aren't released yet. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I love these.
Escapism
Yeah.
Little gems.
is
Yeah.
fantastic. It's one of my favorites as well.
Yeah.
We wrote it in 2021 over Zoom with
Yeah.
Boone.
That was also like a pandemic baby
Yeah.
song.
Yeah, that was one of
That's
like
true.
our first song. It was our second songwriting session ever. And it was
We're
through
so
Zoom
nervous.
in the pandemic. We were so nervous, and Boone was just so amazing. He was such a pleasure to work with. Like after that, I was like, oh, this is really fun.
Yeah, we were excited about writing with other people after that as well.
But you know what? We were like, we don't go up in the chorus like melodically. I feel like that's the first time.
But it was like
Right.
something that we did intentionally. We're like,
Yeah,
we don't
we're
want to
like,
do what we
That's what I
always
like
do.
about it. That's what I
We
like
want
about
to do
it.
something new.
Let's just do.
It's just like crowd vocals, like gang vocals.
Yeah, we all
It's
sing
just,
Yeah.
like,
it
all
at the
singing
same
it.
time,
Yeah.
so it's so fun.
That
too.
song's special. That song has its own like sonic stamp. I really love that song.
Thank you.
Do you have any favorite moments on the album?
Like a moment.
Or a
I do.
song, or-
I feel like my favorite absolute moment on the album
Yeah.
is the bridge in Sharks.
Oh,
When we
I
head up
love
into like that
that is a
major
good one.
key,
Yeah.
and there's like the little
Mhm.
The
tambourine in the background, and you're headbanging, but you're dancing.
Yes.
And playing that, well, we don't play it correctly right now.
Yeah,
we haven't had time to rehearse.
We have to rehearse.
But once we get it right, that's gonna pack such a punch. I'm so sure.
That one's gonna be sick live.
Yes.
Are you gonna
I am so excited to like hear the album. They're talking about it, and it's just like I'm just like, ooh, this is so exciting. Like I can't wait. Like I'm literally just so excited to hear it, man. I can't wait till they release it. I think it comes out. Well, for me, for my time, I think it's tomorrow. So yeah, I'm so excited to hear the album,
gonna
man.
play the full album live?
So
or
excited.
Pick and choose.
I think we have to.
We're gonna pick and choose.
I think that the first time that we're gonna play it live,
like all like us
all
an
the
album.
songs, it's gonna be for our shows in Mexico City in El Auditorio Nacional in
Ooh,
February.
Yeah.
nice.
Probably that's gonna be like the
Which is gonna
official
be
debut as like this.
I mean,
Insane.
we are going to play all the
All the
tracks like
songs.
separately in different shows,
Mm.
but you only have a certain set time, and now we have 4 albums worth of music.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
you
a
have
lot.
to-
we're gonna have to
Creating
pick and
a set
choose.
list now is gonna be even
It's gonna be
more
really hard,
I
hectic.
feel like
Right.
everyone's gonna be fighting on it. Like our whole
Yeah.
team's gonna be like, you
Yeah.
can't remove that
Yeah.
song.
we're gonna be like, we need to play the new songs, guys. So
Ultimately, who picks the set list?
We do.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, it's like everyone chimes in, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's like we're not gonna play that.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
we're not gonna play Fade Away. Like no way.
From like,
Yeah.
like our first EP.
You
like
went
we're not.
to the first songs ever. That was like,
I mean that sometimes Brady's like, why don't you play Take Me Down? People love that song. It's like we were 12.
Like 12.
Yeah.
Let's not do it. Let's not go
I get
there.
Yeah.
Respect. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that. It must be weird. Imagine like having to do your own music, and then you're like you know, you're 11 or you're like 10 or you're 12, and then it's like it must feel so weird. I totally get why they wouldn't want to do that.
It's
I
like
understand
opening up,
that.
like, a diary entry from
Yes.
like I understand.
Yeah.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, I get that. It's also a girl thing. I understand. What about songs like Automatic Sun? I mean, it's already your favorite, you know?
Great song.
And that's
yeah.
about, you know, like craving like the energy from someone and, you know.
Yeah.
So a song like that, is that about someone in particular? Like, how did that song come about?
It's not about someone in particular, I think. It was, we were kind of burnt out by that.
It was the last song we wrote for the album.
Oh my
We were
God.
trying to do a one-liner chorus, which is like you only repeat one word or one phrase for the whole chorus, and that's
Didn't
it.
work out, by the
We
way.
tried to
Not
do that for
achieve
the
it.
whole
Didn't
album,
work
and
out.
we never did
Got
it.
there.
Like we just weren't able to
But
do
it wasn't the time.
But
I think.
yeah,
it
no,
will
it just
come
didn't
to us.
happen. But we had the phrase "automatic sun" for some reason, and we had no idea what that meant at all.
It just came to you.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. I don't know if it was Anton who
You
said
know what?
it.
We had
Dan?
automatic. We had automatic stuff.
And we were like
Yeah.
automatic love,
Yeah.
automatic.
I remember
I don't know why
that,
we
but
liked
we were like that for like 2
hours.
hours.
Wow.
We were just trying to find another
Oh,
word.
because we already had the melody. And automatic sang so good.
Yeah.
We were like, "Oh, what do we say?
And we tried to change automatic and no.
But when we got to Automatic Sun, and it was basically just thinking about like the people that we miss when we're not here. Like the people, like we're on tour and you miss something, somebody, like
Yeah.
whatever it is, you miss that energy. And you feel that gravitational pull, like even if you're like on the other side of the world. You just
Yeah.
wanna, like go back to that. It's like, it's just
That
about
excitement when you
missing.
just like finally see the person and you're like, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Automatic Sun. Yes. So it was about like I think we were all sharing that because not only do we travel, but like Anton travels, Dan travels, like they all tour,
The
they
whole
all
team.
write with other people, like
Yeah.
all over the place. So like it's about missing somebody
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
being able to go back to that person. But Automatic Sun, for me, it's my favorite song in the album.
it's
Aw, that's touching.
I
It
love
is
that
amazing.
song.
I
Really
love
touching.
That break hits.
I don't know if it's weird to say like it's such a good song because it's
No,
our
at all.
song, but it is
It's
such
objectively a great
good
song. And you should be proud of your amazing work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But
Absolutely.
Anton and Dan, I feel like that's where like such a incredible
Yeah.
blend of the two of them. Like it just happened, and it was amazing to be a part of that. Like it was just an insane little moment. Because again, it was the last song we wrote for the album.
Yeah.
We were brain dead. Like there was
Yeah. I
nothing
can only
in
imagine.
there.
Yeah.
We had just finished touring.
We had like nothing left.
Nothing.
nothing.
No.
Except
Wow.
Automatic Sun.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. So it worked out.
And like knowing that you're about to be done for the year is also like your body knows it's gonna get some
Yes.
rest.
Yeah.
And
It's like the
even
last
more
show
like,
of the
"Ooh."
tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you just know and your like body just gives up on you. It was like that, but with your brain.
Yeah, I
it was
get
so
that.
weird.
Ollie,
But-
do you have a favorite song?
Automatic Sun is
Is
my
it yours
favorite.
as well?
Yeah. Automatic Sun and Satisfied are my favorite
Oh,
songs.
I love Satisfied,
I feel like
too.
it's just such like it sounds like a B-side to me, but like a perfect B-side. Like I don't know, I just love it so much. Like the riff goes on throughout like the whole song. And we just like made it work without like it sounding really repetitive. And I don't know, it's just like such a fun song. It has a solo. Love the solo.
Oh,
And I love that it has like the melody of like the vocals on like
Yes.
I was about to
the
sing it, and
verse.
the album is not out, so I'll stop
sing it.
myself.
But I don't know, I like that song just like does something to my brain. Like I love it so much.
It's a great song.
What about you, Danny?
I actually, my two favorite songs are Automatic Sun as well and Apologize. So I love that you said that. I just like, I just feel that song so much. And singing it as well feels so good.
That's
can't wait to
fun.
hear
I'm sorry,
Apologize.
Can you apologize live?
Yeah.
Yes,
need
I mean we
to.
have to, and
We need
also
to. need
we
to.
released snippets.
Mhm.
Fans like love Apologize, and it's
Apologize.
not even out. So I
Yeah.
feel like we will have to.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Apologize is the hardest song on the record because it is
Ooh.
just
It's so much going on.
It's
It
so
has
much
a lot
going
going
on.
on. I get
and
it.
it's
My
hard
sounds
to
are just like,
groove on it, and like
Apologize is kind of like a rave almost, you
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
Because it's so unexpected, it's so dynamic, has so
Yeah.
many different elements and textures and
You're
like,
like, what's gonna happen?
unexpected twists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
now we just have to
For
like,
sure.
really
You need to do that
work.
live. I'm sorry, you need to work it
Yes.
out.
Okay.
And
we
your,
will.
your
Yeah.
screams are so good.
I
Yes.
have a lot of fun, like
Yes.
just screaming.
I remember when you recorded them
Ooh.
and you could just like hear your screams and you're like,
The
you're like,
rage.
The scream.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting way too excited about this song now. Like, dude, I don't know what this Apologize thing is, but I can't wait to hear it tomorrow once the album is out. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, man.
Thanks.
Goodness.
Can we talk about
wow.
the apologize scream, actually?
sounds so cool.
I think we need to talk about
Yeah.
that.
I
I
mean-
need to hear more about this.
I wish I had an interesting story. Well, I mean, Apologize is about being pissed and having a resentment towards somebody that messed you up in some way, and you have to deal with the aftermath of that. Like
Mhm.
you have to
Yeah.
clean up the mess that they made,
Ooh.
and like kind of just fix yourself after
Yeah.
everything that went on. So I was just like, maybe like I was not even thinking about that situation, but I was so tired. I know that we say this a lot, but
Well,
we
your
were
schedule
so
is like
tired.
unparalleled.
So like
yeah.
I was at the studio and it was just such a big moment for me to let everything out. I didn't scream, like I didn't record that many times. It was
Yeah,
just
no.
like
It came, it
Too-
came back,
It was like a primal response.
yes, it was
Yeah.
just me. And Anton was just like, why didn't you tell me that you could scream? And I was like,
I
what do you
can't.
mean you didn't know? Like I scream every day when I'm performing live. He was like, because I didn't scream on Sick.
Yeah.
He was like,
Uh-huh.
you didn't do like the Sick screams. And I was like, no.
No. And you know,
But-
but it's your first time actually screaming
A word.
Yes.
Oh.
It's a bit
So,
harder.
It is hard.
honestly.
Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't- I can't
Recording
do
it is
that.
not that bad, but now that I had to play it live with when I'm actually playing on the drums in that part,
Yeah, that's
like,
going to be tricky.
ooh, it's fun. It's fun.
Wow.
Challenges.
But that scream
Yeah.
is aspirational.
Yes, it's
Wow.
really liberating.
Like talking about like who inspired the songs, and a lot of times it's just, you know, your energies and stuff. I can't imagine with your schedules, like do you even have time to like have relationships, you know what I mean, as far as like love, like on the road? Or
I'm actually really interested. This actually was one thing I didn't really think about. Yeah, I have no idea, like, because I know they've been, like, in their interviews, I haven't really mentioned, you know, like, any, like, just being in a relationship in general, or falling in love, or being in love, and, like, whenever they had a song that was about love, or about a breakup, that I noticed that they said, they were like, this has nothing to do with, you know, our personal, love experiences, and, you know, our personal experiences with that. So I'm actually really curious. Like, I have no idea if they've ever been in relationships, if they've been in good relationships, bad relationships, no relationships. So yeah, I am so curious because I have no idea. I have no idea if they've actually been in a relationship or not. So I'm actually really excited to actually hear. Yeah, I don't know. And I hope they'll kind of expand onto this. I just hope they'll kind of go in it a little bit and just, it's very personal, so I understand like if they want to like go too in depth with it, but I don't know. I'm just kind of curious. I'm just curious to hear.
Have relationships, as far as like love, like on the road or from afar, or are you guys just very focused?
I mean, there's a balance to everything. And it also really depends on the people that you love. Like maintaining relationships, if it's like romantic, if it's family, if it's friendships, any type of even work relationships, it's work. Yeah. Like, but it's work because you care for the other person, obviously. And while you have to understand the situation of the people that you're leaving behind when you're traveling, those people also understand the situation that we're in. So it's just about like communication. And again, there's also such a big, like a beautiful thing in missing somebody. Yeah. Because I don't feel like humans that we love missing other people. It's not something that we like because you feel like, I don't think it's a primal thing, but if you're missing somebody, it means that you care for this person, and this person means something to you. And even though missing somebody's not the nicest thing in the world, like you can feel sad about it or whatever, it's like I love this person so much that I can carry these feelings and still feel happy that I have them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's just about finding a balance and articulating it. And also, we all have somebody that we miss when we're traveling. Yeah. It's not just us and our schedule and our time, but like. My parents leave their families as well. I mean, like their parents and their brothers and their siblings. Like Rudy, like our manager, also has his family. All our team, their relationships, like
there's unity in that.
So we all feel connect. Like we all know that we have people waiting for us back home.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
So we all try to just like, we know that we're on the same page. That even though that we're missing these people, like we're doing this so we can come back to them. And just like share everything that we've been doing with them.
What about on the road? I'm sure you people like try to get to know you and try to like
like flirt?
And, like, groupies and like
I don't know
other bands, other artists. Like what's like the social scene like?
I feel like we're very shy. And we don't really like
I feel like when you meet us, you know immediately that the vibe is not there.
Yeah.
Like with us and it's
that's oh man, that's amazing. That's I feel like immediately you meet us. No, that's how I feel like. No, that's very relatable. Yeah, but I understand that. I know. Like they kind of sort of gave a non-answer, I would say, to like the like the love, and I respect that. I honestly respect that. They kind of want to keep that like more private. They kind of went a little bit into it, like how they're missing people when they know when they come home they have people to come, but they it was kind of ambiguous, not exactly clear, because they mentioned like family with any relationship, family, friends, work relationships, and I respect that. Like it can be very like whatever you say, and I think this is what a lot of people don't really seem to understand. But whatever you say on the internet, it's just out there. It's out there forever, like ever. It doesn't matter if you delete it; someone can see it, and it just lives in their brain forever. So. If whatever you do say, it's just there. So I understand like why they would definitely want to, maybe not go super deep into it and just kind of, just kind of leave that up in the air for like people to talk about, because sometimes if you talk about some of these things, it'll leave you more vulnerable. And I totally respect their decision. But yeah, that was hilarious. I'm sorry. it's coming. It's just like, when you meet us, the vibe. I just feel like the vibe is just not there. Like that's hilarious.
You know immediately that the vibe is not there.
Yeah.
Like somebody could be friends with us, and it's
and we'll be like,
you're not gonna get anywhere.
And we're always with our team. We're always with people.
I feel like Charles will be like in the back and be like,
hey,
what?
Yeah.
It's like a big chastity belt around you.
Yeah.
Right?
But we're always with
and also I feel like we're all very conscious that we're working.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna do? Hide somebody in the bus? Like, how is that even gonna work? There's no way.
There's a lot of people around.
Yes. And I mean,
that is hilarious.
and even if there wasn't, I feel like we all have our priorities straight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I feel like what's really new and exciting about, maybe sometimes people flirt, but more than anything, it's really exciting to have these friendships made.
Yeah.
Like,
Or start.
yeah,
To kinda,
exactly.
like-
Because when we started working, we were really young.
were
I mean,
really
we
young.
still
Yeah.
are.
No,
But we're
we
at
were
an
No, but you were
age-
actually
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah, you're
really
yeah,
children.
children,
Yeah.
children.
So now
Yeah.
we're like, we go to these venues and sometimes we meet people or festivals and it's like people our age now, or sometimes they're a bit
Yeah.
older, but you can have
Friends.
friendships and
Legit
you can
friendships.
go back
That's
to these
beautiful.
places and see the people like, we're
like,
excited to go
"Hey,
back to certain
great to see
festivals
you."
on the other side of the world because we'll see people that we met last
Aw.
time.
Yeah,
And that's
now it's
crazy to
different.
think about.
That's really
It's really
exciting.
nice.
Yeah, you're at a different point in your career and in your journey.
Just getting a little stretching.
How has your relationship with each other evolved? Like even this last year, you know,
Yeah.
just it's been like another stratosphere for you guys. Like what have you sort of learned about yourselves also in this process?
I personally learned the importance of leaving each other alone for a while.
Yes.
Yep. You're
Wow.
totally
Together
right.
all the time. And like now we kind of have our separate spaces when we come back home,
Yeah.
which we didn't have that before.
Yeah.
And it makes such a huge
It
difference. Like I come
does.
back to
Makes a lot of
Monterrey,
sense.
and I
Like-
don't see Ale like
Yeah.
At all.
at all. I will not see her. I don't know where she's
Yeah.
hiding, but I will not see her, and that's fine because I will see
Yeah.
her
I'll
for
stay in my
2
room.
months straight
Yeah.
in a week.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's really
Yeah.
nice to like have
Take
that
breathers.
and know that like even though we're not seeing each other, we're not like there all the time. We like I know if I need anything, even like
yeah.
when she's hiding, let's say I don't know, I don't have a better word for it. It's like I can just
Yeah.
text her and she'll be
Yeah.
there.
Aw.
Like there's an unspoken
Camaraderie.
sisterhood, but we
Yeah.
are sisters.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
like
It's really
we know
sweet.
that we're there for each other and that we can take breaks and that's okay.
Yes. It's respecting personal space.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially because we
And
don't
even
have
on
personal
tour.
space
Mhm.
on
Even
tour.
on
And even on tour, like sometimes it's like we don't like someone's not feeling it, someone's not having a great day. It's just learning how to like
Leave people alone.
leave
for
people
a
There's
while.
alone.
exactly
Let them have their
there's
space.
importance in checking in, but at
Yeah.
the same time knowing when to not check in. You know,
Right.
like get it and be like, you know what, go through it, and if you need me, we'll be.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
it. We
Yeah.
all know that if we need anything, we can always say it. And we can always offer that, like, hey, if you need anything, I'm here, but I will leave you alone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
go at it.
That's important. That's very important because yeah, it is very important to like know, like, you know, have that personal space. To like not constantly bug a person, you know, just be like, do you need anything? Do you need anything? Do you need? It's nice to just, you know, it's really nice, and I totally get where they're coming from. It's just nice to say, hey, you know, if you need anything, I'm here for you, but I'm gonna let you feel human emotions. You know, people go through different human emotions of, you know, depression or just sadness or just anything. Lots of confusing emotions kind of going around, and sometimes, you know, there's not really much you can do for a person and sometimes you can do more for a person actually just doing less by staying away and just be like, hey, you know, but if you need anything, I'm here for you. You know, I can let you vibe and do your own thing. I'm going to let you experience human emotions because that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you need anything, I'll be here. I'll be here from a distance, and I'll be there for you if you want anything. So, yeah, that's cool.
Feel however
Feel
you
the
need to
feelings.
feel.
Right.
Yeah.
What is like a day in the life like with you guys? Because I know your days are jam packed.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
do they start at a certain time every day? Like, is there a schedule? Is there a routine? Or is
I
every
wish
day
there
totally
was a
different?
schedule.
I feel like it was like a
It-
pattern, but it's not.
it depends on what we're doing. Like when we're on tour, I love when we like head out on tour because we actually have a schedule.
Yes.
We know what we're gonna do from the moment we wake up
Stability.
to when we sleep. We know what's gonna happen throughout the days. We wake up, we have lunch, and then we have like sound check. We do meet and greet. We get ready for our shows. Well, we take like a 30-minute nap before then. We get ready for our show. We give the show. We shower. You get on the bus and you sleep. And we do that.
So old ladylike, but it's
But we always do.
Naps
are
We do
always
take our
a
daily
thing.
naps
Yeah.
when we're on tour. And
That's very important. Naps are important. It's just true. Like, naps are important.
but we always do.
Naps are
We do
always
take our
a
daily
thing.
naps
Yeah.
when we're on tour.
Important.
And that's a day when we tour. But like
And you do that for
Same.
every day for like
every
months.
day.
And
on
sometimes
show.
you have interviews in between.
Yeah,
Right.
it
Sometimes
changes
you wake
a
a little
bit.
bit earlier. Sometimes you like guilt trip yourself into exercising or something like
Mhm.
that.
Ooh.
Yes.
But when we're not touring,
It's a mess.
it's a mess. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but I live by my calendar. Like I
Yeah.
open up my calendar that morning and I see what I have to do band wise. But like when we're in Monterrey, it's also
It's
super
chaotic.
complicated because we come back to Monterrey to like we have to go like with all of our doctors, we have to cut our hair, we have all of our
Right.
appointments.
We do
Ooh.
Like
the
human
little-
things.
Yeah.
Human
exactly.
things that you need to take care of.
Yes.
Like, oh my god,
Yes.
I didn't do the laundry, and
Right.
I have to like.
And I leave
Yeah.
tomorrow and I didn't unpack.
Yeah.
I have
And
to
then
unpack to pack
There's
again.
like the work side where we need to rehearse, and then there's really like, oh, like we need to do liners, and then
and then you have to do the TikToks.
but
and then
then
you have to
we're
interview.
also
Yes.
busy socializing because we haven't been home for like 2
Yeah.
months.
And your
So
friends are
then-
like, when am I gonna see you?
So then it's
Right.
like, oh, we need to do liners. Oh, but Pal's not here. Oh, now Danny's not here. Oh, now I'm going out. And
Yeah.
so
You have
it's just
no, and
it's
between
just
all
a
that,
mess.
You're doing handwritten lyrics for Patreon. You're doing monthly lectures for Patreon. You're signing 3,000 CDs in a day.
We're
So-
doing
so
that
it's
right
like-
now.
Wow.
It's
so
just a
like
big jumble of
organizing
things.
everything we need to do when we get back home is always such a mess.
I'm so
It's-
stressed out just thinking that we're about to go back.
What do you guys do? Do you get overwhelmed? What do you do? Do you have like sort of like little breakdowns or like moments where you're like, I can't do this?
I cry.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
cry.
Yeah.
No, but I
Aw.
cry like
You get
In
it
a
all
healthy
out.
way.
like
Yeah,
on
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
this,
release.
yeah,
Yeah, you get it
like,
all out.
I
Yes.
feel like this, and I will cry it out.
Yeah.
But usually, it's just like you have a little space to yourself. Like I try to like isolate myself for a little bit. I like to.
I just wanted to say it's a beautiful thing to cry. I just wanted to say that. Like, because you go through emotions, crying is one of the best ways you can get it out. Like, it just is. I don't care. I don't care that I'm a guy. I think that crying is, because this is coming from someone that struggles to cry. I have no idea why, but even though when I know I need to, I just can't get it out. Like, my body just feel like it physically can't a lot of the time, even when I want to, which is sad. It's just, and it's even worse because it feels like it's just trapped like inside me. But the few times I actually can cry and it just comes out and it comes pouring out, it really is just such a good way to get emotion out. Like, trust me.
space to yourself. Like I try to like.
There's
isolate
nothing wrong
myself
with
for
it.
A little bit.
It's
I
perfect.
put on. I like to watch people making like smoothies and stuff. Like I watch like 24-hour cafe ASMR. And they put it on TV.
Wait, that's hilarious.
And I just
You,
watch
like,
it.
zone out.
Yeah.
to watch
It's
it.
hilarious.
No
Making?
thoughts. And I'm
Wait,
just
that
like
is amazing.
watching it. And
So
like, calm
relatable.
down, and I can continue doing what I have to do.
I
Because
used to do
especially
yoga.
when like right now we're about to go back. We
Yeah.
have 10 days and we head out to Japan. And that, but like in between those 10 days, we have to rehearse. We have to finish signing stuff. We
Yeah.
have to record music videos.
Oh,
It
yeah.
has-
Oh, and that's a whole other
That's
thing.
a whole other
Yeah.
thing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot about that, actually.
there's just so much to do.
So much to do.
And that is very scary
just like-
sometimes. But you have to live day
So
by day.
much.
Yes.
Yes.
Because if you start thinking about the things you need to do, it's a like
too
you'll
overwhelming.
just drop
Oh,
in
yeah.
everything that you need to do, worrying about stuff that you're not doing yet. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know what? Today is
Right now.
another
is
day,
good.
and
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what I need to do today.
Like what
That's
happens
it.
to
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Like, I'll do that a lot. Like, I'll just be like, I'll think of everything I need to do in one day. And this is coming from a normal human being who lives a pretty normal life. So imagine like how they must feel. But yeah, I'll do that a lot. Like, I will just think about everything that I need to do, and then I'll get super overwhelmed. So yeah, I really do that a whole bunch. I totally get where they're coming from. Just take things to anyone that's just dealing with a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, that has lots of things to do. Just take things one thing at a time. You can't control the things that you're not doing right now. Like, for example, if you have something in 4 hours, you're not gonna be able to do that right now. It's still in 4 hours, so you have to sit, you have to relax, you have to take things one step at a time. Wherever you're doing right then, you just have to focus on. First, you have to make a plan and think it out, and then once you're done, you just quickly give it a little quick thought, like, okay, this is what I'm mentally gonna do. And then after that, you just have to just vibe through it. There's nothing else you can really do, because you can't control things before they actually come. So yeah, that is just a great mentality, like great mindset to have, because you cannot control. There are some things that are out of your control until like it's just time to do that thing, and then it's like, okay, now it's showtime, so now we have to do it. So just understand that. Try to take things one step at a time. Try to be a little slow. Try to give it a little bit more thought. Instead of just panicking and just thinking about everything at once. Just one step at a time, one thing at a time. Whatever you're doing currently, finish that thing, and just gradually, slowly, like that has helped me so much, like with my anxiety, with my stress, and I hope it can help you guys too. So yeah.
Me so
That's
much
good
is I see
advice.
my calendar and it's like, okay, I come back from Japan, and then after Japan we have this, and then after this we go to Europe. But after Europe I have 7 days, and after those 7 days I go to the US. After the US it's Canada. After Canada the
Wow.
year is sober. If the year is sober, it's already
overwhelmed.
going to be
so
February.
overwhelming.
No.
Look
And
at
it's
Danny.
like,
Danny's like freaking out.
You get so overwhelmed, and it's really unhealthy to start thinking about everything you need to do because you go
Yeah.
insane. Like there's no
Yeah.
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
Time
not
just
going
seems
insane if you
like
do
it
that.
doesn't exist for me.
Yes.
It's like already going to be 2026, and it's like
Yeah, no.
no,
That's
it's
not good.
like
yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to live day by day.
Also, because
Cut
you
a
guys
tree.
are in such an ascent now, like you've been working your whole lives, and now you're like really like kind of catapulting. It's also important, also for just mental health, to like be in the moment as much as you
Yes.
can
For
as
sure.
well.
It's
really
Or
That's
you're
always
gonna
my
miss
homework.
it. You know,
Yeah.
you're gonna miss it because
Yeah.
you're always getting to the next thing. It's really important to kind of to ground
ground
yourself
it.
And it's
watch
really
more
hard.
smoothie videos.
Exactly.
Like saying that.
Yeah, that's how I grow myself.
Yeah,
Yes.
everyone has their,
Yeah.
their own thing. I would always recommend journaling. Just like feel it out, just say it,
Write it out.
Mhm.
write it out, because you don't even know. Sometimes it's weird when you don't even know what you're feeling. It's so
Yeah.
much that you're like, what is this? And you just kind of like start writing and be like, oh, okay, this is what it's going through my system right now. I get it, and just let it out.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
It's great.
What are sort of your roles off stage? Like, do you have roles? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, as one of you, like, make sure everyone's on task, or is someone else
Yeah.
like?
I feel like we don't have specific roles that we just kind of like give each other, but we know who
We have
does
our
what.
strengths.
Yeah, we
But
have like our
yes.
I
things.
don't know if this is gonna be like controversial, but I feel like at least I am very aware of it. But when we're on tour, our role is to exist and play and go and like that's it.
Yeah.
Like if we
Yeah.
have to do anything else, usually somebody else helps us take care of it. Like if I forgot, I don't know, let's say my toothbrush, I can't go out and walk and
Right.
get it myself. I have to ask somebody else to help me with that. So really, like my
Yeah.
only
Yes.
the only thing on my mind
Laser
is
focus.
I just have to play. I have to do the meet and greets, I have to do the interviews, and I have to play.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I get
it.
that.
Yeah,
But
because the
Yeah.
mental energy.
The
is
only the only thing I
focus
can
on that.
think of, which is really like a silly little thing, is like when we do have hotels, I always carry the hotel keys because everyone else uses them. Because everyone else uses them. So it's always like, oh, we only have one key. Like, who's gonna have it? So it's like Ale. Like,
Ale.
I'll take
Ale.
it.
the responsible
Yes.
one.
Like, what
Yes.
floor are we
The
on?
responsible one.
I don't know.
Wait, I love
Yeah.
that.
I always have the hotel keys. Yeah.
I also want to address this specifically for the fans. They always comment on Ale. You know, like I was gonna say it's the elephant in the room. I call it the Alephant in the room. But they always say Ale
Alephant.
doesn't speak. I don't know what
Yeah.
they're talking about.
I know.
I don't know.
Uncomfortable. What can I say?
I feel like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but it really is what it is. When I'm comfortable, like I just like my ability to not speak like goes away, and I just like you know.
I relate to that a lot. I really, really relate to that a lot. But yeah, I wouldn't say like she's completely quiet. I mean, she could be like, yeah. I do think people can go a little overboard, like when they say it, they're just like, oh, she's completely quiet. You know, she is like the quiet one, like of the group. But I do notice sometimes when she comes out of her shell, and it's really nice, and especially she's been very, very involved and very talkative in this interview, which I just appreciate.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That really warms my heart.
Aw.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Take that, fans. Ale has spoken.
Yes.
Aw. Well, thinking back, like how you've been a band for over 10 years, and it's just been this journey, this like ascent. Where do you feel like you are right now in the journey?
Oh, we're like in the. I feel like.
We're like, where are we?
No, you're good. You're good. You know, to be completely honest with you, we've had a 10-year journey up to this point, and it has been very, very gradual. Things are moving a little bit faster now, and we can feel it. We're like, okay.
It's getting
But
crazy.
We're so, I feel like I want to touch on this first. We're so happy and blessed to have had those 10 years the way we
Of
did.
like training, or
I
I,
feel
don't
like-
know how to call
yeah,
it. But
I feel
yeah,
like
getting ready. Yes.
Now more than ever, I can realize and appreciate, like, if I didn't have that, I don't know how I would be dealing with this right now, because it has prepared me and us so much in like tons of different aspects. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's so overwhelming. I feel like we're living just in a very overwhelming time. Our management always uses this analogy. I don't know if that's how you say it.
Yeah,
It's like
analogy.
a metaphor
Yeah.
of a plane on a tarmac. And like before it was like we're on the tarmac and that is where you use the most fuel. Once you're in the air, smooth sailing. Like you don't have to put in that much fuel in it. So we were always like, we're still on the tarmac, we're still on the tarmac. So right now it feels like the wheels are just starting to lift off, like slowly. And we have to pull all that fuel in. It is that moment. And it is such an exciting moment of like so much like anxiety and uncertainty, but in a good way. Because
you feel the rush.
We've
like,
been on that
literally
tarmac, you know, and now like it's just starting to okay, and you know that it's happening. Like you feel your stomach just kind of like flying as it's like and
but we're ready to call the fuel in, you know.
Yes. I mean that's what we've been doing. That's what we keep doing. So it's very motivating to see what's happening right now, not only for us but like our whole team. Like we can see that like kind of like just like domino effect of the things that we've been doing and how it's affecting the things that we're getting now. It's crazy.
It feels like you are athletes who've been training your whole lives and now you're at the Olympics.
But it's now
that's a great way to describe it.
But now you just got to the Olympics.
You have to like prove yourself that you can be there, you know.
But you're at the Olympics. It feels that way. As a fan, it feels that way too. It's like we're all aware of the work. And we've talked about this before. You are role models, not just as women, as human beings, you know, who are visionaries. You know, you created your own path. There was no one else doing what you do. You are trailblazers, you know, and for me, that is just what's so the most exciting. And to see you really getting all of these opportunities, you made them happen. You made them happen.
I just got chills. That is insane.
But it's true. I mean, I think that's why also the fans love you. Of course they love your music. I'm obsessed with your music. But we also love you and your journey and for sharing that with us. And it's very inspiring at any age. You know, if I was a little girl, I would be obsessed with you guys and I'd be literally like wanting to play every instrument. I still want to do that. But as a woman, I just watch you and I'm like, thank you. You're like what's right about the world.
Thank you.
What makes you proud? You know, just kind of reflecting back and just seeing where you are at this very like pivotal point. What are you proud of?
I have this very clear. I'm very proud that we're still here. I'm very proud of this relationship that we have. Like, even though like everything that's happening is happening and everything that has happened, because again, what you see, like what we show of our work, it's the pretty side. Usually there's just so much that goes on behind, like a lot of hard work that has been going on for years and a lot of like emotional turmoil that goes into those years. It's just a lot. And seeing that we still have the relationship that we have today, that we're able to create the way that we create and the way that we are able to share the same thing in different ways together. That for me is just something like to be insanely proud of. Because I feel like we have had so many opportunities for it to not be like that. I feel like it's so easy in this industry, especially with what we're living right now, for us to like just kind of like drift apart in between the craziness of it all. And it's very comforting to see that we're conscious of it and we're like, no.
Exactly.
And we share the same mindset for that.
Another side of that I'm really proud of is exactly that we have had moments where we fell, you know? And we've gotten back up, not only to get back up, but to also grow from that, you know, learn that this happened to us. How are we going to change it? How are we going to like make it work and like move forward? So
and not we learn from it.
And not only us as sisters, but with my parents as well as a family and the rest
whole team.
Of our team. It's just kind of it's like in little
and
sections.
business women.
Exactly. As well. Also, to learn everything that there is to learn about this industry.
Learning so much.
A lot.
You've accomplished so much in a year. What do you hope to accomplish in this next year or in the near future?
I'm so scared of that question. When you were saying like just the intro, I was like, I can't believe all that happened after we talked with you. We already had our year planned out, and then so many things happened that were not planned. So what we have planned out for the rest of the year is absolutely insane.
Right.
And I'm very like scared in some sort of way of like, what will happen that is not planned? That is just like this huge
like blow our minds.
Thing.
Oh my god.
But more than anything, I feel like I'm just excited that we're taking those steps. I'm excited for the release. I'm excited for people to have this album and see how it does.
And I don't know if in the next year or maybe 2 or 3, but like hopefully we get to fly. Yeah?
Yes.
It's like, we
I'm like,
take
all the time, stop it, because I'm gonna cry, and I don't want to cry.
Yeah.
Get to fly, but you said it in such a humble way.
Yeah.
Wow, stop it. I'm gonna drink
I
wine.
think you're already in the
James Brown.
sky, guys. I do.
Aw,
I think you're already on your way. But I also think another metaphor, the sky's the limit. Sorry, I have to keep going with like
of
the
course, we
aviation
have to, like-
metaphors. But I think you're already flying. But I think you haven't even scratched the surface of like the stratosphere that you are going to be in.
Oh,
I mean,
thank
it's
you.
just to watch you it's a gift really for all of us. And I love this album. I love this
Thanks.
album.
Thank
I
you.
genuinely
We love
love
it too.
And I loved Error, and I loved your music before, but I really do think that this album really shows the growth. I do. I think it's
Thank
a
you.
natural evolution for you as musicians, as women. I think the fans are going to love it. I can't wait to see it live.
Definitely.
Also on the album, there is a Spanish song.
Yeah.
And it is one of the best. And we have to talk about the video.
Yeah, we
thank
do.
you.
The video is so much fun.
So
Wow.
excited,
¿Qué más
man.
quieres is the only Spanish song on the album. It was so much fun to write.
Yeah.
It really is just a song where we let loose, and we really wanted to just have fun with it. And I feel like you can see that in the video.
For sure.
It was my directorial debut.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I
Ooh.
did not know that now.
Yes.
Wow,
So
the
cool.
video is incredible. It's like a whole other conversation is the video. It
Yes.
is so good.
So usually when we write, especially like in these writing sessions, I usually have like a Pinterest board, and I just do mood boards for each song. And I had one for ¿Qué más quieres? And when we got the mixes, like the final mixes for like approval, I was listening to all the songs with my mood boards and seeing like if we were able to like really capture that. And I was seeing the one of like ¿Qué más quieres? And I was like, we should really do a video for this. Like, please, please,
I
please. And I told
remember.
Rudy about it.
Yeah.
And Rudy was like, okay, direct it. And I was like,
Wow.
what do you
Wow.
mean? What do you
But I
mean?
remember the OG idea. You came like running to me and be
I
like,
did.
"What if you get married?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" First of all,
It's like you're gonna
It's
scam people. You're gonna get married. And you're gonna scam people. It like the story
genius.
really evolved. I co-directed it with Ivan Chavez, who we've worked with before, and it's a close part of our team. And for me to have that space to explore something new with my creativity and just like be able to present our music visually with such authority, like, because we've done music videos before.
Yeah.
But for me
Yep.
to like really put what was in my brain when we were writing it into a video, it was incredible. I found out that I really, really like directing. Like
And
I
you're so
like
good at it too.
I like
Oh,
bossing people around in the nicest way possible, but I feel confident in it because I knew what I wanted.
That's funny.
And Ivan was really like, he really gave me the space to really explore that.
Wow.
And it was so much fun. And for it to like be released with MTV, like the other day, it was playing on Times Square on loop.
Oh,
so
that's
imagine that the first
exciting.
video I've ever directed is just on Times
There.
Square
Yeah.
on loop.
I mean, it feels
Yeah.
very
Insane.
VMAs to me. It feels
Yeah?
like it could be a contender. I mean, the
Manifesting.
video is amazing.
Manifesting.
Thank you.
But you're all such great actors in it as well.
Thank
Danny
you.
surprised me so
So good.
so
Thank
much.
you. I was so nervous because I've never done like the acting without, lip syncing the
Like,
song.
Yeah.
Like
Ooh.
only just, expressions.
You were
So I was just like,
insane.
Yeah, you were really
Because when I presented the, how do you say guion?
the script.
The script to them, Danny was like, how the hell am I gonna act this out? I'm like, you will figure it out. But you surprised us all. Like,
Yeah.
like,
I'm
we all
so excited
expected
for this
good
album,
things,
man.
But it was just like
It turned out so good, yeah.
so much better than we all anticipated. And it just looked incredible. I'm so happy with it. I'm
Also,
so
the
proud.
outfit choices. Like, where'd the wardrobe come into this?
I
Like,
mean,
is that also
I,
from
I
you?
mean, it was a
Oh, wow.
mood
But like the
board.
wedding dress.
The braid.
I mean,
So
Yeah.
good. Our
I was like, I
stylist-
want a campy short.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
wedding
no,
dress.
it was supposed to be tacky.
it was like
geeky.
it felt like very 80s.
Yes.
Wow.
Like,
Yes.
it was so good.
Yeah, and like I brought these crazy ideas to our stylists, and they just really like blew it out of the water.
Yeah.
They were amazing because
Yes.
it was also like with really short time. We were playing Vive Latino. We were doing interviews. Like we were not even in Monterrey. We were, oh my God, we opened for Imagine Dragons. We had Pal Norte. Like we had all of this going on. And in between interviews, I was just like doing art meetings for the video and going back to Monterrey and
my
scouting
God.
and doing all of that.
Oh my god.
And it turned into this beautiful, wonderful thing that is the ¿Qué más quieres music video. And I'm just so proud of it.
It's so great. And of course, everyone wants to know what do you see at the end when you open up the box or the chest?
It's a secret that we
Look.
don't even know.
the whole point of it was the journey.
Yes,
The
exactly.
journey.
It was the journey.
The object is
Focus
not
on the
important.
journey.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that. Oh my goodness, that video is so good.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see what you do next. Actually,
Ooh, I can't wait either. I'm very excited about it.
do you
When
think
you
you'll
have
direct
time.
more videos?
I would like to. I loved it. So if they love me, of
course.
Yeah.
It was a perfect video. All three of you were so good in it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was so great. You guys were all great actors in it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
As a working parent with little ones, my life hack is automating as many things as possible so I have even one less thing to think about. I have a lot of things via subscription that come right to my door, like my beloved cold brew coffee. And now I have added Hello Bello to that list so I never run out of diapers or wipes. Hello Bello believes all families deserve premium, affordable baby products. They have a really convenient diaper bundle subscription service that includes 7 packs of diapers and 4 packs of plant-based wipes, so you never run out of supplies, and they're delivered right to your door in an upcycled box that also turns into a play toy. I also like that you can set, change, and cancel your delivery schedule whenever you want on hellobello.com. Go to hellobello.com/Allison30 to get 30% off.
She said it. Go to HelloBello.
Bundle
HelloBello.com.
and a full-size freebie product of your choice. That's hellobello.com/Allison30 to start bundling with 30%
/Allison30.
off your first order. Don't forget, that's hellobello.com/Allison30.
Okay, let's do deep cuts. Different
Awesome.
questions from last time.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, actually, it's inspired by an Instagram post. You were at Amoeba Records, and I saw that you had bought a bunch of records.
Yes.
So I wanted to know, what are you listening to right now?
What am I listening to right now?
Okay, while you think,
Yes, go
I
ahead.
just have to tell you because it's like a continuation from the other episode.
Actually,
Really
Like,
cool.
I found the Sound of Music soundtrack. And I just bought it. I was like, you're coming home with me. I can't believe I found that. I was just like, oh my god, it's destiny. Oh my god.
We talked about the Sound of Music last time as being one of Danny's favorite of all
Yes.
time. So that's right. I
I
love
was
it.
just
Yes.
like, Amoeba, thank you for fulfilling
Yes.
this dream.
I remember that.
Wow. Okay, but yeah, go ahead. now.
I'll go ahead. This is like new for me. So we were at like a photo shoot, and the photographer put music on, and I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And so I've been listening to Depeche Mode, and I downloaded Violator and actually got the record, and so I've been listening to that. And so I want to like get into it more. So when I get back home, I'm gonna put the record on and trying to get into that. So.
I feel like Ale wins. This is like,
I've been trying to-
Depeche Mode makes me
you know.
really happy. That's amazing.
It
Yes.
fits you so well. as
Yeah.
well. I've
So
been
good.
listening to Dead Poet's
Dead
newest
Poet,
record.
yeah.
It's so
It's so good.
Amazing.
So good.
I mean, I started listening to it because we were working with Anton. I was like,
Yes.
I want to see what he's doing with other bands. Like, I want to see if I can hear the Anton in it.
Yes.
And I just fell in love with their music. It's so good. We played together at Shiprocked. They're amazing
so
musicians.
good.
Some of the
They're
best musicians
so
I've ever
good.
seen in my life. So that album is really, really good. Really great.
I'm with you.
Yes.
I have to sit down and listen to more of this, but I'm so intrigued by what Willow is doing next.
Oh, I love Willow.
I'm like,
Love
Did you
Willow.
see-
I am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
performances
yes,
of it.
yes.
Oh
like,
my!
I
the
saw
musicians
clips.
that she
Yeah,
has
I saw
with her.
clips of it, and I was like,
Please.
oh.
I'm
That's
so
amazing.
I wish I
She's
could
so
play like that.
special.
Yes.
Insane.
I love
Yes.
what she's doing.
Insane.
too.
Oh my
So
god.
good.
Yes.
Wonder if you guys like Willow. I actually haven't seen too much of Willow, so yeah. So let me know in the comment section down below.
She might be a repeat guest too. She might
Yeah,
be.
awesome.
I love Willow and what she's doing. You guys have great taste. Is there an artist that people might be surprised that you love?
You know who I'm obsessed with right
Is it
now?
the Sound of Music soundtrack?
That's one
Yeah.
for sure. But
I really love Chapel Rowan.
Me
right
too.
now.
yeah.
Me
She's
too.
insane. I adore her.
Yes.
oh, what
I would
would
say
be
like
something like
Polo and Pan. They're like these two French DJs that I just love. We saw them live. They were
Oh my God.
amazing. Yeah.
Awesome. I'll have to
Yeah.
check that out.
You know, I feel like recently I was listening to Nickel Creek a lot as well.
Oh,
again,
Nickel Creek.
they're
Yeah,
like
they're
this
great.
folk band. They're just
Yeah.
like I think it's a fiddle, not a violin.
I think it's a fiddle.
A mandolin and a guitar.
Wow.
They're just like
They're really
great.
good.
That's awesome.
Good musicians.
Bringing it back to like the instrumentation.
Yes.
Who or what inspires your style? Because the three of you are always on point.
thank you.
Style.
Oh,
The Pinterest girlies.
Yeah,
Pinterest
honestly.
girlies always
Like all
pull
the like
through.
all the Pinterest girlies I see like on TikTok, and like I just see a lot of different like people with different styles, and I feel like we just like pick out from all this.
It's a mix of like, especially like when you're on
Ourselves.
tour, you have to be comfortable
Yes.
because you don't have time to dress up. But it's
a mix of like comfortable
comfort
clothes
and slang.
I just follow their lead.
Aw.
For sure. Like,
Aw.
yeah, kind of like, help me out here.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really sweet. What is the greatest risk you've ever taken?
Risk.
Greatest risk.
Oh,
we've ever-
eating chicken on an airplane.
No, that's real. Eating
That's the
chicken
risk
in
in
Mexico
general.
City.
You could do.
That's
In
hilarious.
Mexico City, that's
Yeah,
always a risk.
you're right.
But
Noted. Noted.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, eating Taco Bell on the airplane is a pretty big risk too. That's a code for some reason. Like Arby's, I don't know why, but like, ugh, like, yeah, like Arby's. Like I ate Arby's the other day. It was if you're constipated, just eat Arby's. I promise it'll help.
don't eat.
Okay,
Don't
that's
eat.
a risky move
You'll go
right
to the
there.
hospital
Yeah.
if you
Don't-
like try your luck a little bit too much on that.
Or we've had bad luck with chicken.
Oh, yeah,
Mexico City.
I have.
We've had bad luck with
yes.
chicken. Yeah.
But the hospitals in Mexico City are nice. Like they are. They're cute. They're comfortable and the people are nice.
People
But
get sick, but at least the hospitals
Yeah,
are
they're nice.
really
That's
accommodating.
right.
Yes, they are.
That is amazing. Okay. What is a fear or insecurity you'd like to get over?
death.
Yeah, I knew you
I'm
were
scared of
gonna say
dying.
Ooh.
I'm really scared
Really?
of dying.
That's one of
I'm
mine.
scared of not remembering anything. Cause like the afterlife for me is a bit foggy right now. So I'm like, am I gonna remember everything that I'm doing right now?
Don't even think about it too much right
And
now.
like,
Yeah, 'cause
don't
I-
even
right
go.
now that we're in LA, I see so many like paintings of people, like famous people that
Yeah.
have passed away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do they know? Do they know they're there? And I'm like, well, I know, and it freaks me out so
Mhm.
much. So I hope I get.
It kind of freaks me out too. Like for me, like not knowing what happens, and I don't want to, I don't want to open up a can of worms here. But for me personally, I'm just going to say that for not knowing what happens, like after you pass, is like very scary. I know a lot of people have different, different opinions, different thoughts on that. But for me personally, yeah, that's like one of the things that's like not being certain of like what happens, after you pass. It's like, do you know? Like, what does death feel like anything? Do you just stop existing? All those things kind of get to me sometimes. So yeah, that's probably like one of my biggest, I guess fears, but I'm not really too scared of it. I'm mostly just kind of curious. I am a little scared of it, but just really curious on like what happens,
Get over
But
it.
it really does.
Like, no, sometimes
Oh,
we're
is
in
this
a-
really a thing?
Yeah, I'm in
like,
a
she would have,
show.
like existential crisis. Like she would have like an existential
Oh,
crisis.
really?
Like,
I could be in
after
a show, and I could just look at Allie like, I'm gonna die. And she's
I'm
like,
like, girl,
you are.
Get the
You are,
smoothie
but it's
videos
fine.
ready.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cue the smoothie video.
You got
For
it.
sure.
I would say like talking and like socializing. Like I'm just so afraid of socializing, like meeting new people and just saying the wrong.
It could be a
thing. So
scary
I'd
thing,
say
yeah.
getting rid of my fear.
You're doing
Yes, I'm
you're-
doing
you
it.
constantly
Yes.
work at it.
Yes,
I
I
can't
do.
believe that
But-
because
but yeah.
you're wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Wonderful
Yeah,
to
I
speak
really
with.
struggle with that, so I would like to get.
And for me,
Over that.
Well, we can talk as much as you'd like.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Perfect.
I know this is an irrational fear, but it's one that I have, and it's being tickled. Like I hate it.
Wait, no, but like,
No, but
Wow, being tickled.
Coming up to you and like tickling
Really?
your
like,
side.
No, but
I
she
would,
hates it.
I will get
No,
angry.
but she'll
it's
get like really mad.
no, but like she
I
really
take-
freaks
I
out.
First of all,
Scream.
who's trying to tickle you? More
Rudy.
importantly.
Oh my god.
okay.
No, it's the worst. No, but he has.
No, but
he
you
What
haven't
has
had-
happened when you have tried to tickle her?
Like her piercing eyes the second that I just completed, like
It's,
Yeah,
it's
never
a
mind.
thing.
Is it like a look of
I
death?
felt like
Yes.
horrible on the inside, like
No.
No, but she really hates it.
I will kick, scream, whatever. It's like you do not.
Like, dude,
tickle.
chill out. She's like, you know.
You
Yes,
know.
he
You
does
should
know.
have known
Rudy-
Rudy.
No.
Rudy's
I-
pretty
I've
mean
told
about
him.
it sometimes.
I've
Like a little
told
like
him. I've
on
told
the
him.
ribs, like
That's
letting
Wait,
them-
hilarious.
was there a
Real fear.
traumatic situation, or has this been like a lifelong?
It's been a lifelong
It's a
thing. You know,
lifelong
I
thing.
hate
Wow.
it was my grandpa's fault in the most
Oh.
caring way.
Oh,
but,
I hated that
he
as
would
well.
tickle us a lot.
Yeah, I hated that.
But was
I
it like
get
a
you.
hard tickle? You know, it's like aggressive tickles that kind of
Yes.
Like you would get
it hurt
tackled,
and like make
You
it
would-
crack.
and then
get tackled
yes,
and
You
then
get
Yeah.
tackled and
tackled.
tickled.
It's
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
thigh grab, that
Yeah.
thigh
Yeah.
grab.
Oh,
but
Oh,
yeah.
that hurts?
Yeah.
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 It like
yeah.
I feel like it comes from somewhere there, but it's just like you
Yeah,
just
no, you
do
don't
not
tickle Danny
Yeah.
ever,
I'm
but we all
gonna-
know
Hopefully
that.
I'll get
I
over
want to
it.
get over my fear of bugs because they're everywhere.
Me
They're
too.
everywhere.
Oh
I'm
man,
very
yeah, I
scared of
hate
I
bugs.
wish I
Dude,
was-
like bugs, cockroaches, I absolutely hate them. Like, ugh. Oh man, like I'm such a wimp. Call me a wimp, but I just hate cockroaches. I hate a lot of bugs. I get really squeamish very easily. Yeah, I hate them. Ugh.
Because they're everywhere.
Me
They're
too.
everywhere.
Okay.
I'm very
And
scared of bugs.
I wish I was like
Coexisting.
yeah.
Like,
a lot of my friends just like they're like, oh well, they're there, it's fine. Like,
Like,
and I'm
laying on
Is
the
it
ground.
like to bite you or sting you, or is it like a
No.
creepy crawly kind
Yeah.
of thing, a squeamish kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm deadly scared of moths. Like I have a phobia of them. I have one tattooed on my neck, but I'm actually super scared of them. I can't see them. When they get into my room and I can't get them out, I literally start crying. I have to call somebody to kill it. I can't handle it. So I'm with you.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
what?
not
We're
bad
gonna
on the
overcome
bugs.
that this
yeah,
year.
we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna
go get it. I'll help
like,
you.
Like
Oh my
exposure
God.
therapy.
No.
I would
Look at
die.
that. Look at that.
I think I would literally.
Oh
Oh
my
I had no
gosh.
idea what I was
could
going to
never.
get into in asking this, but I'm dying. I feel like you need to have like apologize like on cue, and the next time someone tries to tickle you, it's like apologize.
Oh, sure. That.
Yeah.
Literally. I'm
Get
gonna
ready,
say that.
Rudy.
get ready.
I'm gonna say that like whenever I sing it, the song is about like tickling
Tickling.
me.
Yes, for sure.
That's it.
I found that face like.
Yeah, there's no way to forget that.
Really? It was
Glare.
that scary?
It is. Yeah, no,
Your
it's
face.
true.
It was like a how dare you.
Yeah, no, because he knew. I had already told him about this fear.
All right. The Wrath of Danny.
Yes.
That is incredible. Okay. What is your superpower?
Like, oh,
Superpower.
what is?
Yeah, like
no,
what
like,
is
what
your
would we
what do
want
you
it to be? Like,
no,
what
like
is-
what is your super what
My-
do you think your superpower is?
My superpower is my
I don't know what my
no, I do. I do have superpowers.
That was
Yeah.
hilarious. Like whispering.
My superpower is whatever I set my mind to, I will do it.
That's
It doesn't matter
amazing.
what it is.
That's
I will
incredible.
do it.
That's amazing.
I'm tenacious for sure.
I was gonna say like I'm
Tenacious.
stubborn as hell. I will just like get through to what I have to do to accomplish it. But I don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned as we attempt to commune with the devil.
Sorry about that.
I want to say something different than you.
That's okay.
But, like
I feel like we
but
all
I feel
have
like
that.
we all
We all
have
have
that.
that.
I feel
probably.
like.
Oh
it's a
no, I
family.
know my superpower.
What's your
I can
superpower?
sleep anywhere at any
Oh,
time.
that
Yeah.
is
That's
a
a
super.
great
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
very
It
jealous
is.
of that.
I literally just said to
That is a dude. There's some dude, like, okay, like there are so many people that could do it. Like, just sleep anywhere at any time, and it's like, oh man, I wish I could. I get really sleepy to like where I want to close my eyes. I'm just like, I'm so sleepy, but then I can't fall asleep. I just close my eyes for such a long time, but I can't fall asleep. But some people can just fall asleep at any time, like anywhere. And you know, they don't have to be in bed. They can just be, you know, on the couch, in a car, you know, on a plane. And it's like normally, most of the time, I cannot just fall asleep there. That is a superpower. I applaud you, Danny. I applaud you.
Brian, if I could pick one superpower, it would be sleep, the ability to sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that is a good one.
I'm
Yeah.
very jealous of that.
Yeah.
Mine is
But
a
when-
very like boring answer because I can't think of anything else. But like my honesty, like I'm a very honest.
That's
person.
right. That's a great
great
I'm
superpower.
a very,
Yeah.
Like sometimes I can be a bit too honest, but like I'm a very honest person.
Yes, but,
You're
but we all know that if somebody's gonna keep it real,
That's
It's gonna be me.
wonderful.
It's her.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's great.
Trustworthy. That's
Yes.
wonderful.
My mic is doing a weird thing. I'm sorry.
Okay, what do you think the superpower is of your sisters? Of each
Oh.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Okay.
I like your like.
you like?
No, you no. Okay. I think your superpower is your ability to like create stuff out of like nothing.
Yeah, like
Oh,
your
yeah.
creativity.
Aw.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say your
It's like,
creativity as well.
Wow. It's
Great
impressive.
superpower.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, she has that ability.
Yeah, no, no, no.
Confirmed.
No, but she does. No,
Confirmed.
no, but I mean,
Yeah.
Like,
hey,
she
someone
sees-
working-
for what we do.
She
Yeah.
sees
Great.
beyond
Yeah.
what is there. You
Sometimes,
know, like
but
You're
you
a
know what?
visionary.
But you know
You're a
what's
visionary.
great?
Yeah.
I could be a visionary, but sometimes my visions are not like they won't happen unless I have my sisters to ground me and say like, you know what, you want to do that, but we have to do it this way, and so it could kind of be that, but there's no way that's gonna happen just like that.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so
Yeah.
kind of like
Los nuevecitos, like that's the
Yeah.
yeah
They help guide you.
yeah always
Ground you and guide you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Danny superpower. Let's see. Danny superpower.
I don't think of
No,
that.
I want to do things correctly.
Yeah, me too. So then.
and I fell
I
asleep
love the
with
thing
my
that she just did with her hands, like in the middle. I don't know. That just cracked me
Let's
up.
see.
Like, I love
Danny
that.
superpower.
I don't think of
No,
this.
I want to do things correctly.
Yeah, me too. So then.
and I fell asleep with my OG superpower.
She'll be sleeping meanwhile. Yeah.
So funny.
I don't know how to explain this. Like she has an ability to like. Once again, me estoy proyectando. but of like being able to not bring out the best in people's mouth, but like bring out like conversation from like she will talk with like anyone.
She's a
and, like,
connector. You can
yeah,
connect.
no, but
She's a
she is. No, but
connector.
she is. Like,
I
but,
love
like,
that title.
Not
But-
only with conversations,
but like
with her actual job, like performing, connecting with
Yeah.
the fans.
Yeah, see, I've said this a lot. Like, Danny just really connects with the fans and people in such a different way. Like, I just love her attitude to life. I love Danny. She's great.
Conversations,
but like
with her actual job, like performing, connecting with the fans.
Yeah, you do.
And, like,
transmitting emotions and forming an emotional
connection.
And
Yeah.
she'll
Yeah.
be able to like not only like I'm not talking like serious like conversation, but like she'll be able to, you know, I don't know if like make you happy is the right word, but
No,
like
have a good
like
a
a
vibe.
a vibe, like a
feeling.
good vibe, like a little sunshiny feel around the room when like
Aw.
The ability to make people feel seen.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know.
For
I
sure.
explained this in a really bad way.
No,
but,
no,
like,
not at
but,
all.
like,
You're
The
saying
perfect
things.
way.
No, that was great.
Yeah,
You
you're
said
helping
it in
me
the
out.
perfect way.
You're helping me
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Her.
That's
I agree.
amazing.
Cute.
Yes, I've witnessed that.
Yes.
Oh.
In person and in performance.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
That's awesome.
That's
Appreciate
beautiful.
that. And then
Her superpower.
Ale, you know, I feel like her superpower is being super, apart from honest, but honest in a different way, like honest with yourself. Like, you know what you are and you just do it, you know?
That's great.
So it's like, I don't know if I would, it is confidence, but also I wouldn't say if I would like label it as that. But like,
Yeah.
you know that maybe you don't speak much, but you're okay with that, you know? You're like,
Mhm.
this is who I am, this is how I'm comfortable, and this is
Oh,
how
yeah.
I'm gonna like show myself to the world, even on stage as well. This is like what I do.
Oh yeah,
And
love
that's,
that.
like awesome.
self-love.
Yeah. Literally.
Self-love.
Working on it.
Self-love.
Yeah,
Working on
we
it,
all
guys.
are.
Yes.
Guess what? We
Working
all
on
are.
it.
We all are.
Yeah.
We all are, true.
That's wonderful.
Cute.
Oh.
Good
All right,
superpowers.
all right. That was great.
Yeah. Cute.
Ladies, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Like,
Yes.
what a gift this is. This is really a gift for me. I'm like very in the moment right now.
And for us too. We're so
Yes.
happy. to
And
be here.
again, like especially when we're with you and we take a moment to think of everything that we're doing. Like I literally just like almost cried. Like it's just
Uh-huh.
so insane that we're living this together and to share it with you and share with
Yeah.
everybody. It's just wonderful. So
and
thank
then
you for
such
this.
an important week as well. It's just like, oh, we can't
Yes.
be here.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
And I know
This
that when we
moment.
hang out next, so much more is going to happen.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Very much
And-
looking forward to that.
And
Yes.
please just know I'm always here for you. You know that. I'm
Thank
always
you.
here for you in your corner, cheering you on and just like celebrating
Muchas
you
gracias.
Thank you
as
so
artists, as humans, and just everything
Likewise,
you do.
anything you need,
Yes.
and we'll
Aw.
just rock out together.
Well, I'm
Yes.
excited to rock out tonight.
Yes.
It's gonna be epic. Amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you. We'll be right back. What a delight. What a delight it is to hang out with The Warning every single time. You can see how special they are. Their music is incredible, but just the ability to witness their magic is really the gift. And I like I said, the sky is the limit for them, and I can't wait to see what they accomplish next. Thank you so much
yeah.
for being part of the Allison Hagendorf Show presented by Cloudwater. A huge thank you to our other partners as well, Danny Wimmer Presents and Karma Sauce. Thank you to our friends at Arctic Zone. Thank you, Tribute Project, for my one-of-a-kind wearable art. And most importantly, thank you. I would love to hear from you. So please like, comment, rate, review, whatever you're feeling, and reach out to me on
I'm
social
definitely gonna
at
comment.
Allie Hagendorf. I'd love to connect with you. Let me know who I should interview next and what made you smile today. Thanks again. I'll see you next time. And remember, you're a rock star.
Dude. Jamming out to the music. Okay, I just want that was great. I love that. I love that interview. I may have loved it even more than the first one. I kind of biased because now I have a lot more knowledge about The Warning, so I don't know if that it was just that kind of coming through. But I love that. That was genuinely a great interview. Such a good interview, such a great time. I really love just listening to that, and it just is nice to hear Ale kind of come out of her shell. It was very fun too to see how much Allison just loves The Warning, to see how much she has a genuine connection, how she said she felt like she could connect to them. I loved how excited she got about the new album. I'm so excited about the new album. I hadn't heard anyone talk about it like that, and is so cool, man. I can't wait to hear Apologize. Apologize sounds like such an amazing song. I can't wait to hear it. And it was awesome. She has some wonderful questions. Thank you so much, Allison, just for asking, all those wonderful questions. It was such a fantastic and well thought out interview as well. All the interactions with Pow, Danny, and Ale were incredible. I really enjoyed this interview so much. It was very refreshing to just take a look at it and just, see all of them just kind of, talking with each other and just, all relaxed and kind of all buddy. It was so cool. And I love the genuine connection that all the sisters share with each other, like that Pow, Danny, Ale, they can give each other like certain looks. They kind of like, it's like sometimes I notice like you can really tell they're siblings because they give each other like certain looks where they just kind of look at each other, and then it's like, oh, you could just kind of, it's like those little looks that your family gives each other. It's like you can really tell that they're sisters, and it's just so beautiful, and I love that. So thank you all so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for all the love. I really appreciate like everything you've been giving to me. I loved this interview. If there's anything else that I should check out, then please let me know. I've been uploading a lot. I've been trying to like do kind of a lot of content recently. But thank you all so much for everything. Just comment down below. I just really want to hear from you guys because, man, this has been like fantastic just doing this. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching and commenting and subscribing. It really means a lot to me. And if you want to see more of this content, then please subscribe. It helps me out so much. I'm really excited for the future. I'm really excited for this new album. Let me know if I should react to this new album because dude, I'm so excited to just listen to it. Because I want to know like the story of the songs like in the album. I want to know the story behind every single song. I want to know, and it's nice that I have like some of I know some of the thought process like coming into these albums. It's really, really cool, and I just love being able to hear from them and hear what inspired them, what kind of music they listen to. It's really amazing. I love this interview. So informative, so awesome. Got a lot from that. And thank you so much to everyone who made this interview possible. I would not be reacting to it right now if it weren't for you. So thank you guys so much for making this interview possible. Yeah, so that's about all I have for you. If you want to see more, subscribe for more. And yeah, so guys, thank you so much for all the love. I really appreciate it. We're so close to our goal of I want to reach 3,000 watch time in hours before initially it was by the end of the year, but we're just flying past that goal. So now I would say the goal, maybe even before the end of next month, I think it's actually really possible. So every single minute that you watch, everything that every time that you comment, like, or just watch the video, it really does help me like so much. So thank you all so much. I will let you all know when I hit my goal. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for us. I'm really just excited just in general. I just cannot wait. So thank you all so much for watching. So yeah, you guys have a great day. Take care and stay awesome. Rock on.